Well, as both sides hit the campaign trail, Democrats are touting the resume of Tim Walz, including his years in the military. But some are calling him a traitor to his fellow service members. Walz served 24 years in the Minnesota Army National Guard. He retired as a master sergeant. He did deploy once to Italy, once to Norway. But he retired before his unit was deployed to Iraq and told his troops he decided to run for Congress. He never saw combat. So let's bring in NewsNation Joe Connell, who is digging into Walz's background, is live in D.C. So, Joe, Tim Walz is facing criticism for his military past from lawmakers, but also from veterans.
Yeah, and this is now the latest line of attack from the Trump and Vance campaign as well. In fact, just in the last hour or so, we saw J.D. Vance making this argument that Tim Walz left or abandoned his unit right at the moment when they learned they were going to be deploying to Iraq. Now, let's take a step back here, look at his total resume and his military service. He did serve 24 years in the U.S. Army National Guard, at first in Nebraska and then transferring over to Minnesota. And he rose to the rank of Command Sergeant Major. But there are questions about the timing of his retirement. Walz has said in the past he retired from the service in 2005 so that he could run for Congress. It was a successful run, landed him a U.S. House seat. His unit, however, Minnesota's 1st 125th Battalion, they deployed to Iraq in September of that same year. Walz retired in May. In September, they deployed. So there have been these questions lingering that have followed Walz through his political career. First, when he ran for Congress, and again back in 2018 when he ran for governor, the same questions came up. Now, in 2018, there were 2 retired command sergeant majors, same rank as Walz, who penned this op-ed. They paid for it to be into one of their local newspapers in Minnesota there. And they say about him, in part, quote, his excuse to other leaders was he needed to retire in order to run for Congress. That is false, they say. According to a Department of Defense directive, he could have run and requested permission from the Secretary of Defense before entering active duty, as many reservists have. Now, we're hearing a lot of Republicans, many of them Trump campaign surrogates, talk about this today. One of them is Congressman Michael Walz, no relation to Governor Walz. Michael Walz, a Republican from Florida, who himself is a decorated veteran. He was a Green Beret. This is what he said about Governor Walz's record and his retirement. Take a listen.
Everything that you do prepares you for that moment when you have to lead your men and women into harm's way. It's kind of like the quarterback of a big team walking away from their team right before they go to the Super Bowl. I've never heard anything like it, especially the fact that he was a command sergeant major. I've never heard of a commander or a sergeant major stepping away from their unit before they go down range.
Now, we have reached out to Governor Walz's office and also the Harris-Walz campaign for comment. They have not gotten back to us yet. But again, I stress that these are not new questions about him. He has dealt with them before. Given now that he is on the largest political stage he has ever been on, these questions are resurfacing, and they will continue to until we get answers from Walz directly, you can imagine. But again, he was in his 40s when he retired after that 24-year career. Still, these are going to be lingering, Nichole, and you can bet the Trump campaign, is going to continue to be ringing this bell.
Oh, yeah, certainly haven't heard the last of it. All right, Joe Connell in Washington, thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.